Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the TV special version of the Lorax. Now, as you know, the Lorax, the TV special one, is meant to be based on the 1971 version by Dr. Zeus. Now, I think a lot of us remember the 2012 one, which had Danny DeVito as the Lorax. Now, the TV special one aired basically in 1972 and was meant to be more of a shorter, easier story. And the premise of the film, or special, is meant to feature how a young boy living in a polluted, slummed, and kind of run-down ghost town enters the residence of a once well-known guy who used to start off as a big success known as the Onceler. And the Onceler tells his story to the young boy, how he ended up travelling to where the truffia trees are. At first, started off with goals and ambitions, and later those ambitions later became greed, pride, envy, and determination. And we do kind of see how the Lorax tries to get the Onceler to see reason and help him see that his reasons and what he's doing is going to come with repercussions. And over the course of the film, we see how the Onceler starts off small, but later grows big, then bigger and bigger. And the point about inviting his other relatives were just meant to show just as bad as he was, constantly polluting, littering, and extending the business way too further. And over the course of the film, we do kind of see how the animal residents there, like the hummingfish, also the swans, as well as the barbaloots, end up suffering the actions of the Onceler and his family. And we do kind of see how even the Lorax does become disgusted at what they've done. And I think what the film gets right at, it shows you how the Onceler had opportunities to actually redeem himself. But anytime he does try to redeem himself, there's always something like a clutch that puts him back on the path again. And this does remind me a bit of Frollo in the Disney film Hunchback of Notre Dame, as he had moments to redeem himself, but always pulled back and didn't really do anything. But as soon as we do see how the Onceler now sees full well known what his actions are, we do kind of see how he trusts the boy with the last truffle seed, leaving him to take on the responsibility and giving that sign of hope that things might get better. I think the special has an important message and a bit of a moral about not letting greed, ambitions, envy, and pride get the better of you. As sometimes when you start a business, you might be making something a lot worse. I think it's also kind of shown as well that the Onceler had ambitions, but didn't think through the consequences and outcomes of his actions. I think what the 2012 one gets right, it showed you that the Lorax was willing to become the Onceler's friend, and when he saw that he broke his promise, he does try to stop him to little to no avail. We did see how in the 2012 one, that the Lorax family, the Onceler's family, were able to manipulate him into getting what they wanted. And as soon as things got worse, we do see how the Onceler now saw everyone abandoned him. And I think the point of the song in the 2012 one, How Bad Can I Possibly Be, was this meant to show the Onceler believing he was the good guy. He had ambitions, but didn't really think through the consequences of his actions. I think, to me, the 1972 one is just being what the book was, just kind of showing you the full repercussions of what can happen with pollution, global warming, toxic dumping, and so on. And if we're not careful, we could end up becoming something like the Lorax or the Onceler, with our cries not being heard, and how greed and ambitions can end up causing a lot more harm than good. I think, to me, the Lorax does deliver the message well. The same with the 2012 one, Both of them knew what they were trying to say and told the story well. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.